Hi, third grade boys and girls. Miss Bell is back, and I'm going to be teaching you something new today, something that you'll do in Schoology. You may know how to do part of this activity, but you're not going to know how to do the things that we're going to be adding to your Schoology post and discussion. And it's going to be pretty fun, and it shouldn't be too difficult to do. Okay? So we're going to get into Schoology. If you need to pause this right now and get out your username and password or your QR code, if that works, and get to Schoology through ClassLink or just off of Google or your Chromebook, then go ahead and do that. And I will be right back to show you what we're going to be doing today. Before we start our project in Schoology, though, I do want to go over a few things about books in our library and any library. There are different types of books. You guys should know that some are real, some are not real. And for example, we have this book here called Cat Kong. It's by Dave Pilkey, who also writes Captain Underpants and Super Diaper Baby and Dog Man. So he writes a lot of fiction. The things that happen in his books cannot really happen in real life. Okay? So they're not really necessarily fantasy, but I guess they're science fiction. That just means the science is way beyond what we have right now. So this is a picture book, and it is definitely a fiction book. Fiction is fake. Remember that. Then we also have this book here. It's called Real Friends. It looks like it could be about a true story because it looks like it's about normal people going to school, being friends. But guess what? It's realistic fiction. This is fiction that seems like it could happen in real life, but the characters are all made up, and most of the situations that happen in the books are made up too. This is also called a graphic novel, and you can tell it's comic book style, and that's what graphic novels are. They're books that you can read, and they have tons of pictures and usually have the word bubbles and stuff. So again, this is fiction and it's fake. Our final book we're going to look at really quickly is this one here, Alligators. Now, this goes in a completely different section. It's not a picture book or an everybody book. It's not a fiction book that's made up. It is a non-fiction book. So it has true facts and real things that are in our world and that happen in our world. So non-fiction is real and true. So if you wanted to read all about alligators and find out more about these scaly, strong creatures, then this is where you would go to do your research and find out true facts and information about them. Okay? So you can share any type of book today in Schoology. It can be a picture book or an everybody book. It can be something that's fiction, like this one, or it can also be nonfiction. All right, so try to remember that, and if you know what kind of book your book is, you can add that in Schoology in your comments. Okay, now we're really ready to go to Schoology. Okay, so here we are in Schoology. Remember, you will get into Schoology either through ClassLink, or you can also go down to the bottom of your dock, and you all have the S for Schoology down there. I do not, because I'm on my computer, which is different. So you will scroll down this week to week 3, okay? And I did add some new folders, work to finish. Each week's folder is going to go into this one, so if you ever don't finish an activity from the previous weeks, you can click on that and go into the folders to finish. And then I added a new folder called When You Are Finished with All Folders. So when all your work is done for the day, or the week, or all the weeks, then you would click inside this folder and there will be activities like read alouds and other media activities that you can do if you finish early, especially in media. You can do them at home as well too. So we're going to go back up here. Sorry, we want to go to week 3. So you would click inside. First, you'll be watching the video that will be posted here, which I'm making right now. And so you'll watch the video to see how you're supposed to post and talk about your favorite book, and then how you're supposed to add an image in your Schoology discussion in order to complete this week's assignments. So here you go. You click on the discussion. Okay, Ms. Bell wants you to write all about your all-time favorite book. So try to complete at least 3 sentences telling us about the characters, the setting, the events in the book, and other things that you like about the story. Insert an image of the book's cover into your discussion post as well. Okay, so you would, of course, post where your little circle is here. So that'll come up in color for you. And you could click inside. You could say, like, say you love nonfiction books. You could say, I love nonfiction. And what are nonfiction books? Oh yeah, they are real and true. So this student must like real true books, not fiction, which are made up, or picture books that have a ton of pictures. Okay, so this student is gonna write about, say they're gonna write about a book about tigers. So my favorite book is a book called Tigers. It tells facts about what tigers eat, where they live. Let me add an and there. It also tells about them having cubs and about how big they are. And then maybe one more sentence. So try to complete at least 3 sentences that will tell us about the book. If it's nonfiction, you don't have to worry about characters, setting, or events. You would just kind of tell us what the book, what facts it tells you. Okay. One more sentence could be, the book also tells about tigers and when they live around people. So some countries still have tigers who live there in the wild. So it could possibly talk about those countries like India. And at this point, I'm going to want you to try to add an image. So you are going to have to open up a new tab. Right here, this plus sign that will help you to open up a new tab. You'll be on Google. So you can type in the book title. So this is a book about tigers. If you have the exact title of the book, that's perfect. Then you're going to go to images. And here's the book that I was thinking of. So the only difference you're going to have with your Chromebook is I have a right and left mouse click on my computer. Well, you guys don't necessarily have that, but you're going to hold 2 fingers up over your touchpad on your computer, kind of near the middle, but a little bit towards the right. And if you click or hover there, it's going to give you this option. All right, so save image as is what you want to look for. And I'll show you at the end how to use your Chromebook to get this to come up. If you have a mouse, you can connect a mouse to your Chromebook, and then you just right click on that side of the mouse and it will come up with these options. So you're going to save the image as. Most of the Chromebooks just offer for you all to save the images and downloads. So that's where I'm going to save this. And I'm just going to change the title to Tiger Book so I can find it. So you might want to change the book title or the picture title as well so you can find the book easily. Save. It may give you a warning notice like this one does, but it still works. So now we're going to go back to Schoology and you're going to click on File. What are you going to click on? File. Okay? So File. It's being very slow for some reason. Fingers crossed it's going to work today. I guess my computer is on vacation. Aha, there it is. So you would go back to Downloads and your picture should be there, and you would double click on it, or you can click on it and click Open. And ta-da, there is your image. And you could post that. Okay, so an error occurred. That's interesting. All right, let's see if it will post. I'm going to leave this as it is right now. And let's go back out. I'm going to go back out to week 3. We'll see if it did post. So I'm going to go back in. You never know what's going to happen with technology. Oh, it didn't work for some weird reason. Okay, well, let me show you how you would do a fiction book or a picture book. All right, so Ms. Bell did show you a couple books in the beginning. So Cat Kong, I'm going to show you how to write about Cat Kong. So my favorite book is Cat Kong. And if you know the author's name, if you have the book, you can add that. So by Dave Pilkey. The book is about a giant cat who is awakened. Well, let's do something different. Is woke up by some mice. Period. The mice capture the giant cat and bring him back to their city. The book uses real pictures of the author's pets. Then he drew pictures to add the city and other things. Period. It's a really funny book, comma, so you should read it. It is like King Kong, which is a movie. You may have heard of it, about this humongous giant gorilla that people go and capture, and then they bring him back to a huge city like New York City, and he kind of destroys the city and stuff. So it is definitely a fantasy. It definitely is fiction as well. So if I wanted to find a picture of Cat Kong, remember, I'd have to go back here and do a new tab, and then I could put Cat Kong by Dave Pilkey. All right, so we go to images, and I'm gonna pick this one. I like that image. So again, you're gonna use 2 fingers to click on the right side of your touchpad. I'm going to just click on my little button that I have. So you're going to go to Save As. Remember, you're going to see downloads. So you're going to click in there, and then you're going to want to put the name of the book, so you know what picture you're going to put into Schoology afterwards. So we're going to save it. It always gives me that type of error, but it still works usually. So I'm going to go here and go to File. So remember, you go to File, click on it, then you do Downloads, and there it is right there. So you double click on it, fingers crossed it'll work this time, and then I'm going to click Post. All right, so there's my post. If you click on the whole image, it shows you the image of the book, and it's something that other students can look at the book, and then when they go to the library or go online, if they have Kindle or another reader that they can read things online, they could look for this book and they could download it and read it. So we're going to share about our favorite book and add the pictures and stuff like that. So that's an excellent way to do it. And do try to get at least 3 sentences about the book and what happens in it. They don't have to be as long as Miss Bell's here. And then we will probably look at everybody's posts the next week and have you guys maybe comment on each other's posts. All right, so over and out. That's all you're gonna have to do this week, and Miss Bell will maybe have some extra things in the folder if you finish that you can view and have some fun with. All right, talk to you later. I'll see some of you online, and I'll see other students in person, either Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday. Okay, have a good one. Bye.